I guess we'll go live, even though I'm not really ready. That's okay though. We'll figure it out. Okay, yeah, I'm live. Microphone. Here we go. Now it's just a chat. Yeah, you guys just talk amongst yourself and we'll sort it out from there. Let's see. A bunch of people here already. Well, 16, not a bunch. Dane, Tennessee Mike, Fedora, John, Jeff. Let's see. Aaron's Watches here. Ginger Down Under. Fozzie's here. Who am I missing? Anybody else? Will Carey's chiming in. Floridian, Tim, Manny. Let's see, Scott, Bean Boy. Yeah, Nate Dogg's here. A few people rolling in. I'm not sure what things are taking people's attention away from watch content or watch live streams, but that happens, and sometimes our attendance is low. Chris YZ80's here, Anonymous Watch Guys here. Thanks for joining. I don't have a solid topic. I wrote in the show notes, it says searching for different. There's a couple things we're going to talk about, as well as we're going to talk about some suggestions in the Discord chat. Was consolidation, collection size, how much watch content do you consume, and that includes like YouTube chats, Discords, all of that. Ginger Down Under, that's kind of what I mentioned, searching for different. It mentioned in the Discord chat, finding watches with a difference. What do you buy when your collection is complete? And then Kansas City Tim says how to think about Grail watches, starting sub collections. Why is it really okay to be a serious watch collector and have quartz watches? So all of these are good topics. We'll just kind of freeform and see how we go. Show that limited Zen 104. Let me do share screen window. This one, share. We'll bring that up, and then we'll go here, and then we'll go to watch buys. Watches, probably new release. What's a 103 Classic? That's pretty cool. So there's a few new releases, it looks like. I had not been keeping up with this. Temporarily sold out, 4170. So we got to go back. We got to go to the Zen 104. Is it under the new fall releases? Or maybe it's not even on watch buys. It's like a blue. Some cool chronographs. Go to news and Discord. Okay, I'll do that, because otherwise I'm not going to have any luck finding it. Larry C's joining us. Let's see, Dr. Kevin is here. Of course, Jason is checking in from Aruba. And why is that not loading? Why is that not loading? Well, it's not loading anyway. That's what it looks like. Kind of a gradient, light blue to a little bit darker blue. Pretty cool looking watch. That new Bell & Ross looks pretty cool. Like a attitude type meter. I think it actually rotates too. Let's see. New Timex 40 millimeter. That's pretty good looking. Yeah, I don't think that's going to load. I don't know why. Oh well. So that's not loading. Fedora Gent saying what's happening at Trifecta. So at Trifecta, that is this Saturday, the 21st. So yeah. So we're doing a get together, Lafayette, Indiana, Trifecta. So if you're within driving's distance, head on over. The store will be open. I think the store will probably close at about 5. So if we look at does it have the address? So 602 Columbia Street, Lafayette, Indiana. The info's right there. I can put a link to Trifecta watches once this video loads. So yeah, Jake at Trifecta. I'm sure he'll have some help there too. There's going to be some new watches there. Seiko rep's going to be there, from what I understand. There's some new Tissot watches that are there. Pretty well stocked up, I think Jake said, with a bunch of different watches. The store's going to have semi-normal business hours on Friday. They're going to close a little bit early. And then we're going to go to an after thing just down the block. So it's a cash bar. I think the first round of drinks, Jake said he might pick up, and then it's a cash bar, but there will be like hors d'oeuvres or snacks or something, and then we'll hang out. Man, the allergies are kicking my butt. Excuse me. Man, you should have seen me this morning heading off to work. Allergies were like just destroying me. Oh, excuse me. Water. Just drinking water. I actually went out to a friend's house, semi-local, and I finally got the time and resources or facilities to use some of the firearms that I bought that I never got a chance to use. So I was able to pop those off. And anyway, my point of telling you guys this is I actually had a couple of beers there. I think I'm done with drinking. Yeah, I'm just not interested in it at all. Like, it doesn't really. Anyway, but you can come have a drink with me at Trifecta this Saturday. We'll probably have a beer or something, or maybe old fashioned or something. How's the healthy lifestyle going? I kind of relaxed a little bit. I'm not tearing it up or anything like that, but I've been eating a little bit of carbs and a little bit of sugar. I need to turn that back off. So Sam's dad says, "Hey Rob, bought a watch from Exquisite Timepieces and let them know I heard about them from you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it." So yeah, this Saturday, Trifecta, Lafayette, Indiana. That'll be my first time visiting Lafayette. I know Purdue University is literally right across the river from where I'm staying and from where the shop is, from what I understand. So that'll be pretty cool. We'll probably go check out that area as well as downtown and hang out with the crew from Trifecta, as well as Travis from Trap Vision YouTube. He'll be there. I think Anonymous Watch Guy is going to be there. I'm not sure who else is there. There'll be quite a few people there. So come hang out. There'll be some, if you're worried about anything, there'll be some like security and stuff like that too. So everything will be organized and controlled. So have you heard there's a new, let me read this. Have you heard there's a new Hamilton Murph to be released at 919? Looks like it's on a bracelet. I have not heard that. I guess we're getting towards fall time. There's probably going to be some new watches released. You guys ever heard of CountyCom? They do a lot of like titanium stuff and a lot of EDC type stuff, but they also do watches. And it looks like they have a little bit of inventory. Typically they like run out. This one looks kind of cool. It's like a pilot watch, but it has an offset crown. I don't know why their pictures are so dark. Oh, it's a DLC. I reached out to them. New iron core anti-magnetic. I reached out to them. They might send me a watch, so maybe I'll see if they can send this one. I'd like to do a video on it. Check it out. Limit one per customer. Yeah, I'll reach out to these guys and see about getting maybe that watch. But I think I just seen, yeah, right here. So there's a new spring bar tool. I think it's new. Maybe you could travel with it. I'm not sure. I don't know what your guys' experience with traveling with spring bar tools has been. I personally have just never really tried it, but they have like the smaller bits, and then they just go in and it's friction captured in that coupling there. I think you just kind of screw that down or something. Just locks in. Could work, I suppose. I need the finer tip though. You know, like the I don't know, you guys probably can't see that, but the Bergeon 7767, that's the one I prefer. They also have, I just noticed, a spring bar kit. These look like they're actually decent quality. A lot of the ones you buy, that's distortion from the plastic, but I've bought the cheap, Amazon kit before, and it was just that. It was terrible. So it looks like these are maybe a little bit better quality, 10 of each size, potentially a good kit to have. I know Strap Habit has spring bars, a lot of good ones. So fine if, yeah, I never check bag. I just do carry on. It's funny you say that, but like my wife brings her knitting needles and these little scissors, and she does it as carry on, and she knits on the plane. So I don't know how those get a full pass, but like I can't bring a spring bar tool. So let's see. Trying to read some comments. I have an identical tool I bought from MM10 a couple of years ago. Fuzzy says he thinks that new Murph is a different colorway. These allergies are kicking my butt. Okay, so, they have flashlights too. What else was I looking at? Worn and Wound. Their New York show is coming up in October, the wind-up show. But what I was looking at was, wait, what was it? A new Formex? Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at this new Formex. That's pretty cool. I've been kind of jonesing on some chronographs lately. I actually low-key ordered a chronograph locally, but that's a really good looking chronograph. I don't know what that orange dot right there is. That's pretty good. Formex does a really good design overall with their watches, and they usually have like a couple of unique features. Pushes them through, use a jump. Okay, so you can do a jump local hour. So it's a special movement. $3,500 though for this one. That's a pretty slick looking watch. But that's not why I went to the Worn and Wound site. I went there because of this guy, which is much more in my price range at $160. So this is a new, like part of the 50-year mark for Casio, the new Pro Trek lineup. What is this even thing called here? The PRJB001B. The strap is really bizarre. It's actually like a bungee material. I'm thinking about ordering one of these in to, yeah, see how it wears? It has like strap material on the 6 o'clock side, and then it has like this bungee hook system that hooks up underneath. Is there more pictures? Yeah, there is. And it's done for a couple different reasons. One, it's probably fairly comfortable on wrist, but two, this watch is actually designed to attach to other things too in your gear. So yeah, and it has Bluetooth, um, alarm. I don't think it's the illumination is different on it. It looks pretty slick. Like I want to check out. They have some without the bungee too, but this one's too interesting. I definitely want to check it out on the bungee. Plus, it has a pop of orange. That just works for me. 46 millimeter on a 7-inch wrist. Doesn't look terrible, so I'm sure I could wear it no problem. And like I said, it's $160. Oh, look at there's a Uno collaboration. I grew up playing Uno. Casio's doing some really cool stuff, for sure. All right, let's go back to where are we at here? Let me try to read some comments. Evan says, "Hey everybody, sorry for the late call-in. That's the bungee cord Casio I was talking about last week." Oh, okay. So you already were dropping. Yeah, a buddy of mine ordered one and it finally showed up, and he said it's super cool. I should order one. So I hopefully will order one soon. I'm just lacking in the funds right now because I've had to buy. I don't typically buy a lot of watches, but I recently bought a lot of watches, but it was more of a barter system. So they're not my watches, they're going to somebody else. Bungee, Chris says, bungee cords and duct tape. I'm in. Let's see. School holiday started this week. What does this say? Evan says, school holiday started this week, so I'm in the gel blaster shop with my 12-year-old. Okay. Rob chat, people's greetings and so. Oh, Dr. Bob's Nightmares here. Thanks for joining. One-year warranty on that, $160. What else is going on? We talked about Trifecta, Zen. That Zen, that's watch buys. We'll close that. Formex, close that. Oh, okay. Yeah, the party can start. Man, freaking allergies. Hopefully they don't really start to kick in, because if they do, I might have to end the live stream. You guys do not want to hear me just keep blowing my nose and stuff. Whiskey would probably clear this right up too. I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking, Skylar. Actually, I know that for the people that really like unboxings, I have 3 large boxes full of watches for upcoming Sunday Fun Day. I know I have at least one more decent sized box coming for Sunday Fun Day. I have another box that Tim, that's in the chat, sent me. I have not opened yet. I have a box that Strap Habit sent me with a pretty cool watch that'll be opening soon. What else showed up? I bought a watch. That Strap Habit. What is this one? Oh, and then I got a watch that Chris from the Watch Gauge sent. Yes, I've been shooting content for Trifecta for months now, and I'll do more this weekend when I'm down there for sure. Oh, excuse me. I have not checked out the Red Moon Lunar. Fedora says, open the small one. The small one is cool. Yeah, there is one small white box, but I'm not going to open it right now. Evening all. What's the white dial in the back center? White dial in the back center that has a bunch of glare on it. It's actually a Borealis Adraga. I think you're talking about. Are you talking about this one, Jordan? So yeah, Borealis Adraga. It was a watch that, with the help of my buddy Bruce Williams, he did the rendering for me, and then I presented it to Carlos over at Borealis and convinced him to make it, and he did. So Fuzzy says, off topic, but headed to the Smoky Mountains in a few weeks to meet my oldest daughter who lives in Charlotte. We enjoy hiking moderate level. Any suggestions for those that have been there? Well, doesn't the Appalachian Trail run right through there? Couldn't you just hike that? You could just through hike that. I absolutely love the Smoky Mountains. I usually go, more on the Tennessee side, but yeah, I love that area. It's a beautiful area. What 2 to 3 GMTs do you like? Let's see. It'll be what 2 to 3 GMTs do you like most in the $750 to $1,500 range? Well, let's go back to share screen because I think actually Trifecta might have something. Can I search GMT? But I don't know. No, not sure if they will have in that price range. I don't think a Longines is going to be in that price range. That didn't work anyway. But if we go over here, I know this will be in the price range. If we go to, depends on what your taste is, but this is going to be a little obscure potentially for some people, but if you go Stratatimer GMT is actually a solid pick for the $1,000 price point. Looks like most of them are out of stock, but you can get that white dial one or the black dial. I would go with the white dial. That's $1,000. I would get it on the 7-link bracelet. So this one, that's actually a killer watch for $1,000. So that's actually hard to beat. That's a solid pick right there. And if you're anywhere near in Texas, that definitely is a good one to go with. The SPB 381 is not GMT though. What would be another good one? A little less known, maybe. I do like the RZE line of watches, and I believe they have, they have. So I like this one, and then they have a white dial. It's a little different. It's only $579. Oh God, the allergies. It's titanium, and it's sold out. So that's not helpful. Do they have a GMT that isn't sold out? Well, the other one you could go with is, and I know they're going to be, so this one right here, the Trail Trekker, way more like dark and militant looking. I think they're doing a pre-order soon. Yeah, you can sign up, but I know the wait's going to be long on that. So outside of that one, if you were to jump over to, it depends on your wrist size, but the geez, these are sold out too. The Contrail GMTs are nice as well. I like these. Let's see. What other GMTs? Oh, sorry, Mike. You're right. I forgot about these. I'm actually a huge fan of this watch too. If you're a Seiko fanboy like me, I don't know why. Yeah, Mike's 100% right on this one. I've owned this watch personally. I thought it was great. Retail price $1,500. You're probably going to get a little bit deal on it. You're not going to probably pay that much for it. Pretty solid pick for sure. I miss having one. I had bought one, and I know Tennessee Mike had one. I think he sold his too. So solid pick for that one. Bean Boy says the Borealis Astral GMT, which I do not have that right now. Was there any other? Fedora Gent likes the Seiko Prospex C Sumo GMT. I think that's quartz. Todd just realized he does not own a Seiko right now. Yikes. Swiss Watch Company USA. When? Let me touch base with my guy real quick because I haven't texted him in a couple of weeks. Let's see here, Jacob. There, I just texted Swiss Watch Company USA and asked him. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I kept on reading people writing the Bulova 666 diver, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? But you're right. Um, oh, Mimos isn't loading. I think doesn't Trifecta have this? Trifecta has it. Why is this not loading right? Okay, there it goes. No, it didn't. Why is this not doing this? We want just Bulova. Apply. Whatever. The search thing is not working on this. Whatever. Now it's going to work. Okay. So they do have. I don't know if Trifecta has it in stock, but they should have the Devil Diver, but in a GMT. Yeah, right here. So the ocean graph or ocean. What other colors they have? So they have this one and they have this one. They have the rose gold one. I think I videoed this. I do like this watch because, and I don't know if he'll show a close up of it. Probably not. These are stock photos. But these markers, they're like set like a gem almost. So they have like a 4-post holding it down. It's actually pretty cool. And then what movement did they use? 9075. And it is $13.50, but if you get a hold of Jake and tell him I sent you, you'll get a discount. So again, it's within that price range. Traska. Oh yeah, Traska makes a. There's so many like gems out there. I've videoed so many. Right there, the all new Venture. I've videoed so many watches. Like I can't even remember all of the really good ones. Traska makes a solid watch, and this one has an inner rotating bezel as well. And I'd go with the white dial. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't in this one. That green is a really dark green. I would maybe consider going with the green on this one. Thanks for joining, Evan. I'll see you on the next one. Let's see. Okay, where are we at? The Wise ADX GMT is going to be hard to beat at that price range. All right, I'll go look at it. I have not looked at the Wise timepieces in a long time. So it's the ADX. What'd you call it? ADX GMT. I have not videoed one of these. $690 on rubber, $720 on steel. And you have what is that? Oh, it changes the color of the GMT hand. So I would probably, it's out of stock, of course, but I like that color combo. That looks pretty good. Yeah, for $720, that is a pretty good looking watch. Let's see. Do I still have the Scurfa MS-22? Thinking about getting the MS-24 during the second drop. I don't. I have not even looked at Scurfa in a while. It's funny you bring them up. So they have the top side. $75 blue, $75 black at 2 p.m. September 15th. That was yesterday. So they'll do another drop on the 22nd. So I missed it. So those sold out pretty fast, which is, good for them. But I've owned quite a few. Oh wow. So you pretty much got to get in on the drop. They're they're selling watches apparently. They sell watches. That's pretty cool. One of the best GMTs at price range is Mito. That is pretty solid, yeah. Casio Royal sold out when I looked generally. Well, we got to catch them on the drop. It looks like the next drop is going to be September 22nd. I don't know what time, but did you see the new Super Squale Big Arrow? No. Where should we look at the Squale? Should we go to Long Island Watch, I guess? Would they have it? Did you see the new Super Squale Big Arrow? Oh, actually, Exquisite Timepieces carries these too. We'll go there because Squale supports me, so I'll support them, or Exquisite does. It's on Squale's website. It's also on Exquisite's website. Heck yeah. That's actually a pretty dope looking watch. I will hit up Tyler. I have a new batch of watches just sent in by Exquisite that I still need to open in video. But these are 38 millimeter. So for those that like the 38 millimeter size watch, these are going to work really good for you. I think the blue with the faux patina looks really good. This on strap, the bracelet's probably good, but this on strap, that looks very nice. I like that they went with the oversized cardinal positions and put the Arabics in there, and then the broad tipped arrowed hands like that. That's a pretty slick looking watch. Right on. I think people are going to like those. Celine Driver says Thresher 729. He's talking about the Zelos. Mr. Zelos he's not even saying it's a Zelos. He's just saying like we're supposed to know that it's a Thresher. So if we look here, we look at the Thresher. And yeah, there's a GMT. So they're still in stock too, a 749, 729. So the mother of pearl dial is pretty cool. I just sent that out on tour. The chalk gray, the dusk looks pretty cool. What else? And then those are sold out. The Damascus is, yeah. The crazy materials and dial colors that Zelos does is just unparalleled. Nobody else does it like them. So how about a vintage kinetic Landmaster GMT? Man, I can't do kinetic. Everyone like freaks out about them, and I just stay away from the kinetic for sure. Oh, yeah, somebody else has. I like them. I have one. I just sent it out on tour. So yeah, I don't know if it's in the hands of the ringleader yet or not. What is accessories? Oh, okay, straps, watch rolls, an attaché or satchel. This is happening with a lot of different brands, actually. Now, there was brands in the past that as soon as they came out with a model or a release, they instantly sold out, kind of like how Scurfa is now. But that's not really the case anymore. And actually, we weren't going to talk about this, but we will talk about it. So let's go back to share screen because there's some stuff happening right now. So like for example, and I mentioned this before, NTH watches. They're they've halted their business. They didn't like Chris Vail still owns it and he could start it up again or whatever like that, but they're halting business. They're done. They're shutting down. The other thing I noticed, Todd, that's in the chat, Todd Whitehouse, he pointed out to me after giving me that awesome Helson over there that when you go to like Helson's website and you go to their shop and you look at their watches. So, for example, the the shark divers have always been super popular in pretty much every size. I think the Shark Master, I like this watch, but if you look, they're all sold out. They're completely sold out. I don't know that they have any models at all, actually. If they do, it's going to be like one or two. Like here's a GMT. There's a white dial GMT. There's another GMT option, but they probably have like a couple maybe. So not only Helson pretty much sold out, and it doesn't look like they're replenishing, as far as I can tell. But the same thing for Armida watches, which is their sister company. So if you go here and you look at their inventory and say you go to probably one of their more popular ones, the Armida A1, they're completely sold out as well. There's a bronze one you can get. There's another bronze one for a pretty reasonable price. Their prices have always been reasonable, and they're great watches. But so we're starting to see some of these brands dissolve or halt operation. Maybe the people that are running them are just going back to doing whatever their day job was or something and shutting it down. Now, 180 degrees out of phase of that, I do know, and I'm not going to share what brands, but I do know some brands that are doing extremely well. Like they're showing legitimate growth even with everything else that's going on. So I don't know what's the difference. Like, what is the like? How do you have that level of success versus having this? I think it's you need to work hard and you need to be more relevant and you need to stay on top of it. So, what is this one? Kobold. I don't know. We can look it up. KOBOLB. Oh yeah, those are pretty cool looking watches. So these aren't in stock either. These are expensive. They're pretty cool looking watches, but they're kind of expensive. So yeah, I don't know if they went out of business or not. Let's see. Paul's checking in from Dallas. What are you guys doing down there? Why are you trying to scorch the earth? You guys got like a crazy fire going down there. Why don't you go put that fire out, Paul? Or at least go roast some marshmallows or something. Don't let that fire go to waste. Let's see. Chris says, I love that White House and GMT, but they should have done it in 40. Can't should have done something. How do you should have done something? Is there any other? What else is going on in the world of exquisite? Omega, Unimatic, ZRC. Has ZRC got anything new going on? Yes, they do. Look at these new ZRCs. Diver 300, basically $2,700. I like the other design. I know this is going to be safer, more traditional. What size is it? 39 millimeter. I get it. This is probably a solid move for them, but I don't know. You make really unique watches already. Why would you try to take that same style and place it into a safe type design? I would rather see the crazy ZRCs like the Grand Fonds. Does Exquisite do any exclusive collabs with Longines or Tudor? No, they've been working with. They might in the future, but they're not a Tudor dealer. They are with Longines, but I don't know that Longines really does a whole lot of special things with that. Let's read this. What are your thoughts on the new Jack Mason price point? Seems a bit punchy, and I don't know why I'm not really feeling the dial. So it's just over there, actually. They haven't sent me one of these yet, but I did get to see it before it came out. And yeah, they're $1,500. I knew when I talked to Peter that he was going to push up on that price point a little bit, and that's not unfortunately, but that's partly because I mean you got to look at go look at like the Mantas kind of sort of thing. Let's use them as a reference point. And it's because what Jack Mason has done is they spent more money making this watch, meaning, the bracelet's better, the way the hands are cut and designed and everything is better. They're just it's a better movement. It has um, the LJP G100, so just it has to cost more money. Does it have to cost $1,500? Well, apparently yes, because they have lights they got to keep on and people they have to pay paychecks to as well. They have overhead, but they're a for-profit business. They believe in capitalism. So yes, they also have to turn a profit to continue to stay in business. So they're great looking watches. I think it's a great size. I think it's a great so 39 by 46. That's a perfect size, I think, for this style of watch. And overall, you're getting good value for it. So the real question becomes, and this is where other brands, maybe Jack Mason, are gonna not struggle, but they're gonna be challenged to continue to accomplish stuff like this, like pushing up or even maintaining, because there's going to be so many other options at the $1,500 price point. You could go buy like a Tag Heuer or something, uh, maybe not new, but newer used watches. When you start talking $1,500 price point, there's a lot of options. So, and here's some insight too, because Jason knows all this stuff because he's been dealing with it as he's launching his own brand. But the Peru movements need to be ordered in bulk. It's also premium price. We're actually using them as well. So you got to think about that too. The upfront investment in that, like you have to leverage that money, and setting a price at $1,500 and hopefully selling some watches is part of doing that. That is also true, but it is done at a higher execution. Overall, given how much so many watches are cost these days, the Timex is a bargain. You say that, but I, I don't know if it's actually on Timex's website or if we got to go somewhere else. But some of these Timex watches are not inexpensive either. Like this one looks cool. I don't know how much this one is, but let's go check it out. So you're looking at $260. That's fair. Some of these Timex watches feel a little chintzy. They just do. They have some fun designs, but didn't they just launch a titanium GMT? So we need to go find that one. It's going to be under automatic. This guy here. So it's already out of stock. It's a James brand. So this guy here was $750. So yes, there are much less expensive Timex watches, but they also have some here where they're pushing up as well. But they're sharing some of the profits and everything because the James brand is collabing with this. Different movements, titanium. Um, they went with a butterfly clasp. That's a mistake. Um, Comes with an extra strap. I think it's a great looking watch. But would I pay $750 for the Timex? I probably would have if it would have had a better clasp. I don't like the butterfly clasp. I think it's a cool looking watch though. Also true. You cannot argue with the fact that it's out of stock. So yeah, they sold them. So it doesn't matter if I would have paid $750 for it. A bunch of other people did, and they might restock them. But I've never paid more than 200. I think, and I own 30. Trying to read some comments. Wearing an okay, you guys are talking about what you're wearing and stuff like that. So a lot of cool watches to choose from these days. This, in my opinion, is still the best time to be in the watch hobby. There are so many options for us, so many offerings for us. Extremely affordable price points. You want to talk about um, affordable. Uh, I mean, where's the? Let's go watches. Like I like this Chrono Diver. I have one here, but and they're almost all sold out. But look at they're on sale for $279, and then you go look at like Island watches or San Martin watches. Um, you can buy some amazing watches for around $200 or $300. So I actually have a couple of San Martin watches I just bought. I'm gonna have to go to FedEx to pick them up because they wouldn't drop them off for some reason. But look at they have their own original design there, $225. You can get some rainbow action for 234. You can get a pink dialed diver for 225. Wow, $141. Look at this off-white with some of the colorways they're doing are so cool. Like that colorway looks awesome to me. I like that. This colorway looks cool, and that thing's $141. Why don't I launch it? Because I already have too much work to do, and that's for other people to do. There's already so many great brands out there. There's great brands out there that shouldn't be failing that are failing, and I'm not going to mention who, but they're going backwards, and they shouldn't because they're doing a great job. And then you have people that are going to be like, well, why would I buy that when I can literally go buy this San Martin for $141, and it might even be cheaper on Alibaba. Like that's why I'm not doing it. So yeah, Rob works for a living. Yeah, pretty much. I would rather just do collabs with, like I did with Notice and I did with Borealis, and I'm working with Swiss Watch Company USA. I would much rather just do something like that. We're going to talk about this real quick. Nate Dogg says, I like hunting harder to find watches down. The hunt is fun. So this is cool to me because literally Nate Dogg, let me try to think about this. He hunted the exact same watch that I tried to hunt probably about 2 years ago. Both my girls were watching Grey's Anatomy, right? And it was, is it Karev? And we're always watch spotting. We're watch obsessives, right? So we're watch spotting in public. We're watch spotting when we shouldn't be. We're watch spotting on movies for sure. And so Nate Dogg went looking for a watch that was on the show called Grey's Anatomy. I don't know if I can find it. Okay, well, here it is. So here it is right here. You can kind of see it. And I literally did the same thing. So there's more people. So this is the character here. That's Karev. Alex Kareth. And it's on this oversized strap, like a bun strap. And I remember seeing it a few times, trying to figure out what the heck it was. There's some better shots here of it. You never really got a, they don't, it's not a show where they like are going to highlight that stuff. This is actually a pretty good shot here. So you can see it there. Pretty good shot. This person showed that. That is not the watch. Although that is it's a Reddit post. Although that's actually a really cool watch too, whatever that one is. But so Nate Dogg went hunting for it and he found it. Let's see if I can find where he posted it. I think he posted it in the wrist shots a while ago. Right here. So Nate Dogg is wearing the watch. There it is. So not only did he figure out what the watch was, he tracked it down. When I figured out what it was, I was unable to track it down because it's a diesel watch. They don't make it anymore. So you got to buy it used. So pretty dang cool. Looks very much like some sort of speedo or something. I don't know, or a tachometer almost. So you have that orange there. You have your cardinal positions 12, 3, 9, but completely void at the 6 o'clock position. And then you have that stark orange hand. I'm assuming that's the seconds hand, and then maybe the hour and minute hand are stacked right there. We can't really see them. So pretty cool looking watch. And big thanks to Nate Dogg. I think he's going to send me this watch so I can do a video review of it. So, but I do this all the time. I can't even remember what the last one, I think I took pictures of it. Let me see if I can go back and find it. I'll like try to stop a video, take pictures or a video to try to figure out what the heck the watch is. It was, I know what it was. It was literally a YouTuber, the Cletus McFarlane YouTube channel. And I think I mentioned this before. It was the helicopter pilot. I think his name is Bob or something that they had doing. And I was trying to figure out what the heck the watch was that he was wearing. Well, it turned out he was wearing a reactor. It's, the heck? I forget which one it was. It was a reactor watch, and I don't remember which one it was, but is it this one? It might be this one. Yeah, he was like wearing this watch, I think, basically. I mean, you go super obsessive, and then you try to figure out. Some of them are impossible to figure out, but I will typically try as hard as I can to figure out what some of these people are wearing on these random YouTube channels, movies, whatever shows, and I'll try to track it down. And then once I track it down, oftentimes, like Nate Dogg discovered with the diesel watch, you pretty much can't even really get one. I want to know what this watch is, though. I like that one. Is that because I've been like obsessing about chronographs lately. What watch is this? Anyway, so yeah, that's what we do as watch obsessives, right? I've been noticing a lot more non-watch YouTubers wearing watches. I have two, actually, Billy. Now that you mention that, there's going to be a ton of people that wear like Apple watches or some sort of smartwatch or something like that. That's on a regular basis. I'll notice that as well. But I watch a lot of YouTube content of regular people like me and you that are content creators, and some of them are wearing regular watches, and I try to figure it out. Aiden says PewDiePie wears a Grand Seiko. Does he wear a Grand Seiko? I've never watched PewDiePie. Dane says smartwatches, ick. Some of those smartwatches are pretty dang good. Like the Apple Watch is a pretty solid watch. I'm not going to buy one, but they are actually nice watches. Regular, well, yeah, I mean, it's regular people like you, like me and you. We're just regular. We're not like actors or I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Thomas from Throttle House wears a Zin 105, and I think he has a Speedy too. See, that's super cool. That's super cool. And the Speedy, yeah, that's going to be a little more normal. We're going to see Speedies, and I won't like obsess about a Speedy or whatever. But what is this? Oh, what watch was Derek wearing from Grey's Anatomy? Hmm. Apparently, there's a lot of groups that will try to figure out watches. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Once Apple Watches get that 7-day charge, I'll start thinking about it. I am not a celebrity. I'm a celebrity only in like super watch geek rooms or something like that. And I really don't even identify as a celebrity. I'm a regular guy just like you. So, yes, yes, indeed. Alrighty. Is there any other watch spotting we could do? You guys got me in the mood, or I got myself in the mood for watch spotting now. Is there like a, we need to find, actually, I'm going to create it in the Discord. So, in the, most of the people in here are in the Discord, I think. But in the Discord group, we have a lot of chats and everything like that. And we have different uh, topics here. Like we have theme of the day and everything. So you can see people posting up all those wrist shots. I almost want to make a thread. I don't know if it'd be successful. Some of these threads don't get a lot of talk, but I almost want to make a thread here of watch spotting. Is that, or I don't know if that's going to sound right. I need to figure out a title for it, but I want to make a designated thread where we can share in our community where we see on other YouTubers or movies or shows or something like that what the watches are, because that kind of goes back to the original title of this live chat, searching for different. I've been looking for different for often. Watches in the wild. Watches in the wild could work, but I'm like a little. Sometimes I don't know why, but sometimes I get a little more interested in when I see someone that is on a big screen or something, and what they're wearing just casually or something. Let's see here. Yeah, we could do watches in the wild. We could just call it that. Check out the Oris that Keanu Reeves wears in the movie Constantine. So yeah, we'll look up. Well, hopefully we'll do that thread, and hopefully we can make it exciting, and we can just find a deep dive though. Like we're like just really obscure things, old movies, shows, new ones, whatever. I wouldn't want to encourage people photographing someone else's watch without their permission, though. Yeah, I mean, be careful with that, but also you can be creative with that too. Watches on screen. I mean, that's more, yeah, that's more what I'm looking at, not necessarily like, you know, you're out at a shopping center or something like that and you're being like, checking out, which I've done typically, but the environment does matter. So it's usually if I'm out for dinner or at a restaurant, it's, it's people seem to be more approachable there, at least in my opinion. The other spot that works usually is if I'm at a hotel and I go down for the continental breakfast, and oftentimes I'm just down there catching up on social media and drinking some coffee, and I'll see, because we're all staying in the same hotel. Yeah, vacation watch spotting it's a different. Oh, that's an interesting name. Flick ticks. Yeah, some of these could sound bad though. Loom it up, please. Yeah, we can. Let me see. I gotta shut this off. Then I gotta shut this off. Then I gotta switch this back over to that. Then I gotta turn this off. Where's my flashlight? There it is. I didn't even talk about any of the watches on the table. Oh, it's already been an hour. Holy cow. So there's the lume. Yeah, there's your lume shot. A bunch of Seikos on the table and some micro brands. So yeah, lume's going to be good. Oh yeah, Paul's got a good name. Showtimes. Yeah, we'll figure out something. I'm going to make that thread in the Discord though, because I'm excited to do some watch spotting. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, and the beard. I can loom that up too. Hold on a second. There we go. It glows in the dark as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next vid.